Hey there guys, thanks for joining me on the second part of this Q&A where I answer everything and anything. And if you can't tell behind me, Halloween's just a few days away. That's why you have a plastic skeleton looking you in the eyes wanting to kill you and your family. But before we jump into your questions, I wanted to share with you this funny prank channel. They do scare pranks, everything like that, like this one right here. It's called the Funny Me Now channel. Me Now. Please don't kill me, Tiny Todd. I'm sorry. Anyway, guys, click the annotation right here. Check them out. Or link down below in the description if you're on a cell phone. A cell phone. No one calls them that anymore. A mobile device. There we go. Yeah, check them out, subscribe, and maybe try one of the pranks around Halloween time. Okay, like I said, this is part 2 of the Q&A. If you haven't watched part 1, I'll put an annotation up there. Check it out. So the reason I do 2 parts, I'll just mention it again. I mentioned it last time, but the reason I do 2 parts is that way I can take questions from each one of the parts. So ask more questions down below in this video or the other video, and that way I feel I can get a different range of questions. That way I can kind of mix it up a little bit. Okay, let's jump into it here. What are your thoughts on actor Joaquin Phoenix, brother of River Phoenix? Yeah, River Phoenix, who starred in Stand By Me and died. By the way, quick little theory. River Phoenix would have been what Leonardo DiCaprio is today. Like, I want you to think about that. Like, they had the same look, they were the same age. I just feel like all the roles that Leo got, it might have went to River Phoenix had he not died. Just saying, like, River Phoenix could have starred in Titanic. Who knows? That's just my weird theory I've always had. Love Joaquin Phoenix, amazing actor. John, I'm a graphic design major in college like you were. Was wondering if you had to take any accounting classes. It is required for my degree, and I am taking it right now. Talk about a bullshit class. Yeah, no, I didn't. I took a lot of business classes. I took an economics class, which was, they kind of had a little bit of accounting in it, maybe, but for the most part, I don't specifically remember an accounting class. Hey Johnny, over the top Flickster. Thank you, I like that. 2 questions. If you could pick Megan Fox, it wasn't pick. If you could fuck Megan Fox from the first Transformers or Cameron Diaz from The Mask, which one would you choose? Great question. Ooh. We're gonna go with Megan Fox in that one. I'm sorry. When she's bending over that old Camaro, Sam Witwicky, you lucky bastard. What do you like better, Indiana Jones 4 or Star Wars The Phantom Menace? Star Wars The Phantom Menace, honestly. I like that more than Indiana Jones 4. Darth Maul, what a badass. Do you use the Flick Chart? It was a cool website that gives you a matchup for 2 movies and then you decide which one you like more. I've never heard of it. I will check into that. Are you going to Stuckman's wedding? I guess. If I get the invitation in the mail, I'm going. Where did you live before this? It looks like you lived in a house in your older videos, and now did you get a bar down in a basement? How did you get a bar down in the... yeah, well, my older videos, I still lived at home, and that bar that you've seen in my old basement, I built that back in high school. Have you ever seen Citizen Kane? Yes, I have. Also, have you dared to watch Brokeback Mountain? It's a good one-time experience. Yeah, I have watched it. Once. It's a good movie. Hey John Boy, who's your favorite director and favorite film by that director? You're awesome, dude. I probably check your videos out every day for new videos. Keep it up, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, Hunter Wave. Favorite movie, favorite director. You know, I have so many favorite movies, and then I have different favorite directors. You know, one director I've always enjoyed was James Cameron. I've always loved the way that he films a movie. Favorite movie, I don't know. You know, I have a few, but, you know, I have to combine them. I can't just say a favorite movie. I really can't. Recommended... What just happened? Recommend Donnie Darko? Yeah, it's a lot of people love it. I watched it once or twice. It was good, but it's just one of those movies I don't think I can go back to rewatch. It's kind of depressing. Hey Johnny, do you ever plan on getting any tattoos? No, I don't, because I'm way too picky. Plus, I kind of have that graphic design degree, but I'm too picky. I would be way too anal retentive to have some tattoo artist try to put a tattoo on me, and then I wouldn't be happy with it no matter what. And in all honesty, for that to happen, I'd have to get the best tattoo artist on the planet to do it. And I don't even know what I want. You know, what do I get? A Batman symbol? You know, I don't like it. I don't want it. Hey, Flick, have you watched the movie Maniac with Elijah Wood? He's a serial killer. No, I haven't. How do you think the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies would have played out if Disney didn't buy Marvel? Would we have a more serious, bigger risk-taking I don't know how they. I think they would have been pretty close to what they are now. I think it would have been the same thing. Plus, isn't Marvel still a studio at Disney, basically? I don't know. I'm more of a DC fan, to be honest with you. Just give me my good Batman movies. That's all I care about. Marvel, I think it's in good hands, and we'll get good movies. Hey, John, haven't you seen The Thing? What do you think of it? Really good movie. Great 1980s. Kurt Russell. Good stuff. Hey, Long John Silver, it's Barney again. Can you please say that? I did it last time. I'm not doing it again. It's too late. Hey, Johnny, have you seen The Big Bang Theory? What do you think? I think it's a very cruise control sitcom show with laugh tracks. Is it entertaining? Is it good fluff? Does it numb your brain? Sure, why not? Some of the things I like in it, you know, they have all the little nerd jokes in there. But other than that, it's just like, I don't care about the relationship between Penny and her next door neighbor. I don't care. It's like, I'd rather watch reruns of Roseanne. Does your girlfriend ever complain that she doesn't have the extra room for her shit? No, not really. I have 2 rooms in the house. She can have the rest of it. I don't care. Hey, Don John, I really want to know if you have ever seen Pandorum. No, I haven't. Have not seen it. John, who should play Deadpool? Ryan Reynolds, I think, makes sense. He's been attached to the movie for years. It's just they got to make the damn thing. Hey, John, love your videos. I was just wondering, do you own a collection of TV series? You know, the one thing I really don't have many of is TV series. I like TV shows like Breaking Bad, but I just don't feel the urge to own them because I don't feel like I'm ever going to take them off the shelf and watch them again because I'm weird. Like, I like a conclusive 2 to 3 hour story where I can put it in, I can watch it in one sitting, and it's over. That's just me. What happened to your Nolan still books? I bought some still books, the Batman Nolan still books, like a year ago. I had them. I was sitting there looking at them, and I preferred the slipcovers that I had more, so I took them back. Hey, John, how come you don't own Taken on Blu-ray? Wasn't that big of a fan of the movie. I never thought it was all that mind-blowing. Hey, Jonathan, why do you always describe Johnny from The Breakfast Club like a badass drug dealer? There's more to the character than that. By the way, it's one of my all-time movie characters. Of course, he comes from a broken home. His dad bought him a pack of cigarettes for Christmas and said, "Smoke up, Johnny." Yeah, he's got some internal conflict problems and self-issues, and he's a bully for a reason because he can't confide in himself, and he has emotional problems. Yeah, I get it. I know there's more to him. I just like saying he's a badass. I don't know why. I like to take the best part of everyone and describe him that way. Hey, Johnny Johnson, can you do a Tommy Wiseau impression? Hi, doggy. That's all I got. Hey, Johnny, why are people saying The Man of Steel is the better movie than The Dark Knight Rises? Are they saying that? It sounds like everyone I've ever heard talking about Man of Steel said it was shit. They didn't like it for some odd reason, which I can't fathom. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I think they both have issues, but overall they gave me what I wanted. Have you seen The Punisher, Dirty Laundry? Yeah, I have seen that short film. That was like a thing they put together to try to revamp Thomas Jane as the Punisher. You know, I don't dislike Thomas Jane as the Punisher that we got in 2003, 2004, but I would be completely open to recasting the character. Hey, John, do your friends watch your videos? My personal friends, they've seen them, but they're not consistent viewers just because they know me in person. So it's like, why would I? They might. I think they might watch them. Like, they probably don't tell me as much as they do, but I think they do. Hey John, you should play Grand Theft Auto 5 when you're less busy. One day, because I've been watching more videos about it, I'm like, I kind of want to play that now. Hey Johnny Travolta, what are your thoughts on the Harry Potter movies? I feel like I'm being an asshole today. Like, I'm just like not enthusiastic about a lot of these movies we keep talking about. They're good. I just feel like, for me, I feel like I was a few years too old when they started coming out. Like, I just felt like maybe if I was a younger kid, maybe I would have got more into them. But by the time those came out, I was just like, I'm watching Point Break again tonight. Watching your earlier videos, you were actually a lot funnier. Thanks, man. Kind of darker and more pessimistic, too. Why is that? I was an angry mid-20-year-old. I hated everything. I hated life. I was depressed. I lived in my mother's basement. I had nothing to live for. And, I don't know. You know, I think the reason I came across like that in my earlier videos, it's just getting used to it. It's just getting used to making videos, kind of, trying to find your personality, I guess you could say. And just getting used to it, opening up more. I don't know. Would you make out with Danny DeVito for $50? Probably not. Have you seen the film Mean Streets by Martin Scorsese? It's badass. Yes, I have. If you were a psychopath, what do you mean if I were? Would you be Buffalo Bill, Patrick Bateman, or Hannibal Lecter? You watch my videos. Come on. Who would you say I'd be most like? We'll go with Patrick Bateman, but in the end, I'm kind of a mix of all of them. Do you hear the good news? I answered that in the last one. Do you like Nine Inch Nails? Yeah, I've never disliked them. As far as their tone and sound, the song "I Want to Fuck You Like an Animal," which played in the movie The Hitcher, I really liked that. I like that scene too. He just pulls Sean Bean just pulls up and starts shooting people. Yeah, I've never disliked him. Hey Johnny Bling Blong, what would you do if Nick Cage broke into your house and tried to eat your girlfriend's face off? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want to stop him. That's scary. You got Nick Cage over there. I want to eat your face off. Do you think Andrew Lincoln would make a good Batman? I wouldn't want him as Batman. Could he make a good TV version of Batman? Yeah. Hey Johnny, what would you do if you could fly? What wouldn't I do if I could fly? I'd be Peter Pan, and I'd crawl into little kids' windows with green tights on. What are your thoughts on the movie? I answered that in the last Q&A. Have you seen Sideways with Paul Giamatti? I don't think I have seen the movie Sideways. I love Paul Giamatti. It's one of those movies I need to check out. You hear me, kid? I'm going to go over there and I'm going to slap you in the face. You hear me? That's my Paul Giamatti impression. Hey, Flickster. Did Annabelle and Tiny Todd hook up? Let's ask them. Did you? Huh? Little demons? I'll take that as a yes. Did that really just happen? Yes, it did. Favorite scary movie? Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, 1984. Do you ever laugh at your own jokes when you're editing? All the time. And I don't want to sound self-righteous, but yeah, I laugh at my own jokes when I'm recording videos, because if you can't laugh at yourself, then maybe you're not funny. That's my motto. Do I think I'm Mr. Comedic Genius? No, but I laugh at myself. Like, I know when I'm editing videos, if I can laugh at it, I'm like, okay, I gotta put that in there. And there's some things I take out because they go a little bit too far. Because sometimes when I'm sitting here recording videos, I let that thing roll. Like, when you see a 4 or 5 minute movie review, that's probably a 30-minute video that I had to edit down. And there's some stuff in there where I just start talking. I'm just talking about nothing for like 2 minutes. It gets weird. And I laugh at it. I'm like, fuck that. I gotta get rid of that. Is buying a TV on Amazon a good idea? If you can go to one of your local, I'm gonna answer like 2 more questions. I'm getting tired. I'm like literally about to pass out. You know, if you can go to one of your local retail stores that price match Amazon, which Best Buy does do that, I would recommend doing that. That way, if you have any issues, you can go to a brick and mortar store right in your local town and return it without having to deal with the hassle of shipping it back and then all that bullshit. So use Amazon as a price match tool. Hey, I answered that. If you could pick, I'll make this the last question. You asked 3 of them. Let me pick which one I want to answer. We'll go with this one. If Universal hired you to direct and write a movie, what genre would it be? Also, what do you think a 19-year-old guy should have done by the age of 20? That's a crazy question. I definitely want to do an action with light comedy, but with a little bit of heart in their story. It's not so gritty as Point Break, but it's definitely an action movie. As far as the way it looks and feels, I would like to say it kind of looks like a James Cameron movie, like all these nice, really nice, clean shots that feel big and grand with wide-angle lenses. And the story would be about this kid who's seen one too many heist movies, and he's like a senior in high school, and his whole thing is, I don't want to give it away what the twist would be on it, but he starts basically doing all these. He starts robbing places, basically, like sneaking in, robbing them, doing all kinds of crazy shit, and they're kind of funny in a way that he does them, but at the end of the day, it's still he committed a serious crime. And you have a couple police detectives, and you have one guy who's like a private investigator for one of the companies that he ends up robbing, and he would be kind of like a Stephen Lane character, kind of like that look. And this kid just doesn't know when to stop. He's seen one too many movies. He thinks he's Danny Ocean or Patrick Swayze from Point Break. There's a lot of comedy in the movie, but it's also serious at the same time. I'm just rambling on now, but at the end of the movie, there is kind of a nice twist to it. So that would be my idea. Okay. What do you think a man should have done by the age of 20? By the age of 20, you should have some good stories to tell. You should have had fun in your teenage years, because those are going to be some of the best years of your life. Or at least for me, they were. By the age of 20, I feel like 20 to 25, that is a big window of opportunity. And I feel like you should at least get something going. Like, you should be headed into the direction that you want to go in those 5 years. And after 25, it's like you kind of have to get a little bit serious about something. Up until 25, it's just a playground. Do whatever you want. Don't take it too serious. The whole motto is don't take anything too serious. Have fun. Do what it takes. But enjoy your life. Keep it simple, stupid. That's my motto. That's the rules of life right there, coming from a guy that just moved out of his mother's basement a year and a half ago. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Ask more questions down below. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. Like I said, check out part 1 of the Q&A if you haven't already. And as usual, guys, thanks for asking your questions. And without those questions, I would be nothing. We would have nothing. We would be nowhere. I'd just be sitting in a room talking to myself, which I'm doing right now anyway. So anyway, guys, I'm losing my mind. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.